Hi Pierre.
Hello, Alaric.
So Lowden make two signature models for you. One is model O and the other is model F. What are the difference when you play them?
Well, Model O is bigger. It used to be the original size that George Lowden was making. It used to be called S before. So my original Lowden guitar, which George and I ended to call the Old Lady, because it's now a very old guitar, was a jumbo size, and it was jumbo size, and it was the original name was the S22. And then maybe 10 years after that, George had a new scale of difference between his guitars. He had a big model, a mid-size model, and a smaller model. So it became the O. So the O has more air, more air in the body, so more sound, more bass. I used to play like this, and so the O is bigger.
Oh, it's too big.
Yeah, I used to have my arm like this, and for 25 years I was not really noticing, but I started to have big pain in the neck and in the lower spine. So I asked George to build a guitar which was smaller.
Smaller?
Yeah, so he built that guitar, but in order to have more bass, we made the width of this a little bit bigger, because you have less air, so you have automatically, mathematically, less bass. Yeah, but it's amazing to see that new signature, smaller and still having a lot of bass definition.
More clearly.
And very, very precise. But so the O model was a combination of wood, which is a winner anytime, cedar for the top, and mahogany for back and side.
Yeah.
And the cedar gives a warmth, and the sound is immediate,
Yeah.
and the mahogany gives a clarity.
Clarity.
But the clarity in a warm way. The Adirondack spruce of the new signature model is much clearer, is a wood much dense and very fast. The response is very fast. So my original Lowden, the Jumbo, the O, S22, the sound was there immediately. As soon as I played it, it was warm, it was there. When I played that guitar, it was, wow, very, like now, it's new, so it's very brittle, very precise, too clear. And it has to be played a lot for the sound to be, getting warmer. And this is Adirondack. The spruce in general needs more time, but the Adirondack is even needing more time than spruce in general, like German spruce or Sitka spruce and stuff. And then you have this Guatemalan rosewood, which is also giving a lot of strength and power. So this is an amazing combination of wood altogether. And I told George I wanted to have a different experience, because I played for so many years with cedar and mahogany. I wanted to change. I wanted to be challenged in my way to approach a guitar, and I was very challenged with that.
Very challenged.
Very challenged, because, as I said, the sound is brittle, it's in your face, it's very fast, and if you don't pay attention with your right hand, you could really play in a harsh way, and it becomes aggressive very quickly.
Yeah, you tell us it has a fast sound.
No effect.
Fast.
Oh, fast, yeah. So, because, basically, you want the sound to go from there to there very quickly.
Very quickly.
That's the idea. Every guitar maker is thinking about that. But you also want, in between, you want something else. You want also the story of the sound. You want everything else. So both guitars are absolutely fantastic instruments, but they are very different. So I'm not playing any kind of music on one guitar or another guitar. I'm playing my music on both guitars.
Both guitars.
Yeah. I don't have a style for this and a style for that. I just, for a long time, I had only my Old Lady guitar. For 30 years, I had only one guitar.
30 years has one guitar.
Just one guitar, wow. And I played. I traveled with my one guitar everywhere. And people said to me, "What happens if you break it?" I said, "If I break it, I go home." I go home. I stop. I go home and I ask George, "Can you make me another one?"
Maybe I'll make you a new one.
In fact, I think it's great to have one guitar, because you are forced to find the way to make the music happen on the guitar. I'm not discussing the needs for several guitars. You know, some guitarists, they have a 9-inch strings, they have one guitar for this, another guitar for that. This is a completely different way to apprehend and to approach playing the guitar. My experience was I had my Lowden and I was very happy with it. And in the meantime, I was approached by a lot of other makers who wanted me to tell them feedback on their productions. I was very happy to try other guitars. But every time I did, I felt that I was carried back to my Lowden. Every time I took my Lowden again, I thought, yes, I'm going home, you know. And I have played my new signature guitar for 10 years, non-stop, to the point where I have forgotten the sound of my old lady, which is very important.
You forgot the sound of old lady?
Yes, you have to forget the sound you love in order to appreciate a new sound proposition. So I didn't play my old lady for 10 years, very little in 10 years. But recently, I'm now preparing a new album, and I'm doing this tour in China, and then I go home, and a few weeks later we start recording. So I said I should do my tour with the guitar I'm going to record with. And which guitar am I going to record with? So I thought it's going to be either the new signature or the old lady.
Old lady.
And I took the old lady from its case, I played it, and I took that guitar back in its case, and I said, this is the old lady that I'm going to use because the sound is just amazing. Every time I play the old lady, the sound, I feel like I'm coming home. This is my life is in that guitar. And it's over 40 years now. So it has all what I need. You know, it has all what I need. When I play, I don't think about the guitar. This is amazing because luthiers, they spend a big deal of effort and time into making those most beautiful instruments. Like George Lowden, for me, is probably the best guitar maker. And yet, the musician wants the guitar to become invisible. So that you don't think guitar, you don't think instrument, you don't think about those microphones, you just hear the music. So that's the point, you know.
Yes, thank you, Pierre.